you can just tell even from last year that the league's getting better. Teams are getting deeper, and the talent is starting to attract, better talent.
Hockeyallsvenskan är en attraktiv liga, även för många utländska spelare. Idag träffar Figge några av dem som lockats till spel i Sveriges näst högsta liga. Många ser det som ett bra skyltfönster med chans till större uppgifter, andra som en möjlighet att förlänga karriären i en bra liga, medan vissa ser det som en nystart. En av dem som gjort sig ett namn i Allsvenskan är Jack Kopaka i Brynäs. Efter 130 matcher i AHL gick flyttlasset för den nu 26-åriga amerikanen till Hockeyallsvenskan och Kristianstad innan han flyttade till Brynäs där han har öst in poäng, hela 46 på 49 matcher under grundserien.
It's a really good league. The buddies I talked to before I came over for my first year talked highly about the league. And you can just tell even from last year that the league's getting better. Teams are getting deeper. Obviously, it's nice to see Nybro and Kalmar doing well this year in the first year. But I feel like it's just gotten deeper every year, and the talent is starting to attract better talent.
Playing in Hockeyallsvenskan, was there anything that surprised you about the league?
I was looking forward to playing on a bigger ice sheet, so that's been nice because I've been able to use my speed more, and you have more time and space with the puck. You definitely don't need to rush it like you might have to in playing back in North America on a smaller sheet.
Don't you miss shooting from the corner stuff?
Yeah, it does make scoring a little harder. Like, you got to get inside for sure. But I think the biggest thing here compared to leagues I played in is just the overall speed and skill on guys. There's a ton of skill in this league, and everyone's fast, everyone can skate, and everyone works really hard. So it's been a good transition so far, and I've enjoyed it. It is a great league. It's especially the opportunity over here. There's, you can not only, go from Sweden, you can go to other high leagues as well. But in my opinion, Sweden's been obviously the best, and from what I've heard with the talent and the players. But no, I would highly recommend anyone coming here that's looking for, a fresh opportunity.
Likt Jack Kopaka lämnade Scott Poley Toronto Marlies i AHL för spel i Europa. Årets säsong var hans andra i Björklöven och Poley blev en av lagets bästa målskyttar under grundserien samt bästa poänggörare under slutspelet.
I was lucky enough to get an opportunity here. Didn't know much about Sweden or Björklöven or Umeå or anything like that, but when the opportunity came, talking to my agent, it was obviously an organization that's really close to winning the last few years, and an organization that wants to win, and they've put money into it to where they want to win, and that's really exciting for me as a player, right? Like, that's what you play hockey for. You want to win a championship, and I thought coming here would be a good opportunity for that. There's a lot of good players in this league, and it's really competitive. I know some people may view us saying, "Oh, it's the second league," or whatever from the outside, but when you're here and when you're in it, it's really competitive, and I think the top teams in the Hockeyallsvenskan compete with the top teams in the SHL. And I think that's what makes it so exciting, the relegation and the promotion and everything like that. I think it's such a unique thing, especially coming from North America where you don't have that. It creates such more an exciting environment, an exciting season. Every point matters, every game matters. And I think that only benefits the league.
För Richard Marenis tog karriären en oväntad vändning. Efter en tid som kontraktslös dök en möjlighet upp i norraste Sverige. Lättländaren gick från KHL till Hockeyettan och Kiruna och har efter det spelat i Sveriges alla 3 högsta ligor.
If you compare it to other leagues that you've been playing in and other countries, whatever, what do you say about Hockeyallsvenskan as a league?
It's fast.
Yeah.
It's fast. It's sometimes all over the place. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's a hard league. It's not an easy league to play in. That's why you see some players come into the league and you'd expect them to do really well, and they don't because they're not ready for. Sometimes it's chaos and sometimes it's really structured. It's like a real in-bit for me. I look at it as a real in-between between Hockeyettan and SHL.
Okay.
Like SHL is really structured, and everyone is always on point in their defensive structures and everything, and all over the ice. All 5 guys are always back, always forward. Everyone's always playing together. Hockeyettan is, for me, it was. I thought it was just chaos. I had never played hockey with no systems at all. That's how it felt. It was just all over the place. And then Allsvenskan is right in the middle. It's a good stepping stone, especially for younger players. I think if you come in this league and if you do well, I think all doors are open for you.
Niklas Persson blev utsedd till årets sportchef i Allsvenskan med motiveringen att han byggt upp en stark och solid trupp. I truppen spelade den här säsongen 9 spelare som var födda utanför Sverige.
Finns det något så här, genomgående mönster? Om vi ser till nordamerikanska spelare då, om vi startar där. Hur säljer de in sig själva till dig, eller agenterna? Finns det något speciellt som de trycker på ofta?
Nej, det kan jag inte på, så det är väl olika från person till person såklart. Men många har bra självförtroende.
Har du fått något skam eller så här, något riktigt konstigt förslag någon gång, som har känt så här, fan, oj. Alltså snudd på blocket, annons liksom.
Säkert fått. Alltså, det är ju några spelare som varje år dyker upp och jag har en kille som jag nog har fått sms och samtal från sista, inte inför AIK faktiskt, men innan så har jag nog fått varje år. Och jag har ju kollat upp han och jag tror inte han har spelat sista 4 åren. Men han är sugen. Han är jäkligt bra form. Han är sjukt vältränad.
Det här är enda gången du har sett det här. Alltså jag hoppas att det här
ja.
För annars ser jag min chans.
Ja, exakt. En annan.
Alltså.
Ska vi börja göra Jag tror ingen vill ha dina Insta-klipp. Inte från gymmet i alla fall.
Jag kanske sabbar
för
Matteo Maione, född i hockeytokiga Toronto, har spelat i flertalet lag och ligor i Europa. Efter bland annat Lettland, Tyskland och Italien hamnade han efter noga övervägande i Stockholm och AIK.
I was going through your elite prospect, and the last few years you've been bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah.
Now you're in Allsvenskan. What can you say about the league?
I think that I was really surprised with how good the hockey was. Not surprised with the country of Sweden because they have produced so many good players. Just saw Matt Sundin today at practice.
How was that? Did you say hi to him?
Yeah, I just told him I was a big fan growing up, and I know he's a Djurgården fan, but I think he can cheer for OIK, for the Toronto guys on the team. I think it's a really good league. I think it's a fast, young league, and I like it because everybody wants to move up to the SHL, and it keeps a good pace in practice and in games.
If you're going back home, you meet some old friends, players. Would Allsvenskan be a league that you recommend?
Yeah, 100%. I think that not only just for the league, but for the country of Sweden. Living here and assimilating yourself as a North American is much easier. Everyone speaks perfect English. Even if we try to speak Swedish, they speak English back because they know that we're foreigners, but they're just so respectful. And I think that with Swedes being so much like Canadians, it just makes it so much easier for us to come over.
Matthews lagkamrat och landsman Jerry Fitzgerald växte upp med sina trillingbröder och alla började spela hockey. Men bäst har det gått för Jerry som nu har avslutat sin 4:e säsong i Hockeyallsvenskan.
I was playing in the AHL in North America, and I made the choice to come over to Europe. And it was during the COVID year, so it was quite tough to find a job that year. But I ended up in Västervik, and it was a good stepping stone, obviously, to start off my European career. And played in Björklöven for 2 years and enjoyed it. And now I'm here in AIK, so it's been great so far. I wouldn't even call it a second league. What I tell my friends back home is the atmosphere is insane here. I think like the supporters and the fan base behind every team it's quite ironic, and it's different than a lot of other hockey leagues. And it's very easy to get up for hockey games here, especially when we are playing our derby games. I think that's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. So I would definitely go with the atmosphere.
Målvakten Thomas Scholl debuterade i Hockeyallsvenskan den här säsongen. Efter flera utmärkelser i flertalet ligor sågs han som en prestigevärvning av Södertälje.
Honestly, I didn't know much about like what the style of play was like. I didn't know a whole lot about the league. Like obviously we know like Sweden's a big hockey country and like there's a lot of great Swedish hockey players that I've played with. But it's a super fun league. I mean, every rink you go to, the crowds are awesome. They're so into the game. There's packed crowds almost every night. So and the hockey itself is really high quality. So it's been a really cool experience. The quality of hockey is really, really high level. It's going to get you better. It's going to give you an opportunity to, if you want to play in top leagues like SHL or even go back home and play American Hockey League, NHL, like it's a great stepping stone, and it's a really high quality league on its own right too.
So being in Hockeyallsvenskan right now, are you satisfied with your situation playing in this league, or do you want to take another step?
Yeah, I mean, I think for everybody, like the reason why we're playing, of course, is we want to win where we're at. Like when we're here, that's our main focus. But when you look at your career as a whole, like everybody wants to play at the highest level they can. So I think that's the goal for everybody, and it should be the goal for everybody. You should want to play at the top level. But with that said, you have to put your focus on where you are now. And like I said, I'm having a really fun time. I think the hockey's great, so that's all that really matters now. And then whatever happens in the future happens, you know?